Welcome to Cheeky Confessions. I'm gonna be listing, right? Um, six confessions that I think that you will um like to listen to. So here you go. I have got some very cheeky confessions to make, right, during this video, and I really hope that you enjoy. Welcome to Cheeky Confessions. So, I am going to reveal to you each cheeky confession at a time. So, I'm not going to reveal them all to you at once, but they are very, very cheeky. If you saw the How to Be Cheeky podcast, you'll understand this podcast better. So, everybody, let's get started. Okay, now that we've revealed the first confession, taking someone's seat. Okay, and believe me, this is very, very, very cheeky. Okay, let me explain. I remember, right, a time when I was at school, right, ages ago, and basically, right, um, you know when somebody's sitting on a chair and you're sitting around the table, right, and they get up to go somewhere like another room and come back, and when they weren't there, I quickly sat on their seat so that when they come back, I've pinched their seat, and that's a cheeky confession. I says, "What you doing in my seat? Get out of my seat." So then I eventually got up and got out the seat, but it was cheeky, that was, to do. So I did that. Now this was another school one where I got into trouble with the teacher, and basically I turning off the light and being sent out of the classroom. So I'm now going to explain to you what happened in this one. Another score one. You know, when in school you have optional lessons, right? And you got like mechanics club, you've got art club, you've got movie club where you just sit and watch, films. Well, I went to movie club, was watching like Power Rangers or something on a screen, and I right stood up and I turned the light off in the movie club room, right, and the teacher said, "Get out the classroom. You're being naughty." So I got out there. I was sent out the classroom, and I was staying outside the classroom because I turned the light off on purpose. And then someone came up to me and says, "Why are you staying out the classroom?" And I said, I've been naughty." But yeah, I did that. Okay, the next one is running away with the football. Okay, this happened, I think, when I was playing out one of the times when I was much younger, and basically this one's a funny one. So listen up. Right, this is, I can't remember when this was, but I do remember doing this one. Some people, right, lots of people were playing. Quite a few people were playing football, right? And I grabbed the football and I ran away. I just went away with the football so that I couldn't play football. And I thought it was funny and cheeky. And that's um that's that confession I made. Okay, blaming somebody else is something that we've all done in our time. This was on a cheeky basis, so I hope you're prepared for this one. Yeah, this one might be a bit like basically right. Um, someone at was like you got those books that you can read. And basically, when no one was looking, I know this is a bit of a confession. I pushed the book over so that it fell on the table, so it was no longer standing up. And and someone came in and they says, "Who knocked my book over?" And I said, "It was him over there." And says, "No, it wasn't. It was you. You're smiling. You're laughing." I thought, "Okay, it was me." The person who I blamed, though, we often blamed each other, and we like joked around, so we totally understood. But we always knew like where how far to go with that. But I did that anyway. Okay. Almost burst out laughing during a serious time at school in front of a strict teacher. Okay, this one is very funny. Do you remember when teachers used to be strict? I think they still are. They tell you off if you're naughty, but they also tell you off if you're good as well. Well, was in a library, was having a lesson in a library at school, right? And me and this other pupil in my school that was sitting um nearby, and the teacher was there. We had to just focus on reading. I think I can't remember exactly what we were doing. And you know when you like you want to burst out laughing, but you're trying to hold it in because if either of us would have laughed, the teacher would have told us off. And this example, but then you got to not let the laugh out. You got to try and hold it in to the point where you don't laugh, but you're so desperately urging to laugh. But you don't want to make it obvious so that the teacher doesn't tell you off because you're laughing and you're being naughty and cheeky in classroom. So you don't want the teacher to tell you off. No. Now this one, the last one, is sticking a price tag on someone's back. Now, when you thought I couldn't be any more cheeky and play up, well, listen to this one. This one is recent, but it wasn't my idea, and I would definitely not have this as a confession. But because I have done this, it might as well be one. There was a price tag, £1. And this person obviously was cheeky as well. He jokes about, so it was okay. I always make sure. But I stuck a £1 price tag on someone's back. And then when he walked around, everybody thought he was worth £1. So now we have gone over every single cheeky confession. Now, I want to thank you for watching my Cheeky Box latest video called Cheeky Confessions. I've obviously made 6 confessions to everybody, and now I just hope that everything's I'm not going to be told off by anybody, because the teachers told me off and everything. But I hope I'm, being cheeky and all that. But yeah, that's it, everybody. There's a little bit more left of the video, so enjoy, and I will catch you next time. But listen to this extra part. Anyway, but that was the last confession. I hope that you've enjoyed the, you know, confessions. I'm just, I'm just gonna go now because I've been naughty now. So I'm cheeky and confession. So I'm just gonna go. Okay, bye.